see it, it's about to go down right here on the Rolling Grill, y'all. We doing New Orleans style stuffed peppers today, baby. And got them peppers from Restaurant Depot. They got the best bell peppers, man. So y'all stay tuned. New Orleans style stuffed peppers coming right here on the Rolling Grill. Yeah, boy. All right, so I'm gonna run you through the ingredients we got for these stuffed peppers. Of course, we got a few bell peppers. We got some onions. We got celery. We've got some green onions. You call them scallions. We got turkey meat. We got shrimp. We got lump crab meat. Not that claw stuff. Lump crab meat. I'm gonna make my own chicken base. I'm gonna add some seafood shells to the chicken base. Make a nice little stock. I also got some seafood stock right there. Got the breadcrumbs. I got my Rolling Grill party dust, of course. I'm gonna use some adobo. I got salted butter and I got garlic. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off by making my stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add like 3 cups of water. I'm gonna add the chicken stock. I'll show y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna start off with the water. All right, now I'm about to add like 2 tablespoons of this chicken base. You know, so add as much as you want. There's no set rhyme or reason, but I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of that. I'm also gonna go ahead and throw in my shrimp shells. Yes, I'm making a combo stock. I want all my flavors together. I'm gonna add my seafood stock as well. All this is gonna be used in these peppers, you know, once I make the stuffing. So I ain't got time to be, you know, some people, you can, of course, you don't have to do none of this. You can just buy the stock. You can go buy chicken stock, you can go buy seafood stock, but I like to make my own. And whatever I don't use, I'm just gonna save and use for something else. So 3 cups of water. I got 2 tablespoons of the chicken base. And then I put some shrimp shells in there. And then I put a little bit of chicken stock, seafood stock that I had left. It might have been like, you know, less than a half a cup. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit on the stove, cook up, move on to the next step. Yeah, boy. My stock is over here getting ready to start simmering. I'm gonna go ahead and get my vegetables started. So that's 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Not unsalted, but salted butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start sweating down my onions, my peppers, and celery. So that's the next step, y'all. Stay tuned. All right, so that's, like I said, that's 3 tablespoons of salted butter. I know some people may be like, that's a lot of butter. You gotta remember now, we're making a stuffing. So there's just extra lubrication for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and go with about a cup of onions. I was gonna make more stuffing, but I think I'm gonna pull back on it because not that many people gonna eat these peppers. And I'm gonna also go with my bell peppers. I'm gonna add all of that. That may have been about 2 cups of finely diced, small dice rather. Also add my garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so that may be like 2 tablespoons of garlic. And I'm gonna go ahead and sweat these down. And we'll go on after this. We'll start to cook our meat, our turkey meat. So y'all stay tuned. We almost there. And I don't know what's up with my stock. It still ain't boiling. You can see it's hot. So for some reason it ain't boiling. Let me turn it up. So stock going, sweating vegetables. It's almost that time, baby. Every layer you have to season, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this Goya right here. This one right here is not that salty, but you gotta season it every layer. Plus that salt from this Goya is gonna help bring out the moisture from those vegetables, help them brown up a little bit better and sweat down. So remember, every layer has to be seasoned, or you're gonna end up with that bland food. Yeah, boy. All right, so finally we got some movement over here in our chicken and shrimp stock. So what I'm gonna do is once I got it boiling, shrimp shells and turn pink, I'm just gonna cut it off. And all I'm gonna do is just let the residual heat take all that flavor about them shrimp shells. I still got my veggies going, they're sweating down real good. I added a little bit of adobo to them. And like I said, I'm just trying to break them down, just trying to sweat them down real good. Cause don't nobody want no crunchy peppers and onions inside no bell peppers. So y'all see it? Get some of these nice Rachel Ray. I don't know if y'all can see it. Some of these Rachel Ray non-stick. Boy, these things is the truth. Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. So, about to take these off in a minute and on to the turkey. All right, our peppers and onions have finished sweating down. Turkey meat time. And that's 1 pound of turkey meat. Now, you can, of course, you know, use ground beef. But I have plenty of turkey, so that's what I'm gonna use. One thing about turkey though, man, you gotta dope it up with some flavor. It don't have a lot of fat in it. You know, and as we all know, fat is where the flavor's at. But turkey ain't got no fat, man, so you really gotta coax some flavors out of it. So that's what we're gonna do. And like I said, every step we're gonna be layering flavors. But we're gonna go ahead and brown this up, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, to the turkey, I forgot to show you. To the turkey, I added my party dust seasoning, and I also added the adobo to the turkey, uh, just to give you a heads up. All right, our turkey meat is browned up real nice. You can see it's still going. I'm gonna go ahead and take my peppers and onions and put them right back in there, mix those together, cook it down for about another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go in with the shrimp, and then we're gonna keep the train moving. All right, I cut my heat down to a medium heat. As you can see, everything is still cooking up. Now, I'm gonna add some green onions, scallions, whatever you wanna call them. For those that use accent, this is a good time right now to add your little accent in there if you like to use that. I'm not gonna use any. Now I got about a pound of shrimp. These have been washed. These are Gulf shrimp. Buy American, y'all. These are Gulf shrimp. They got them at Sam's Club. You just wanna wash them off real good. They already peeled. They're really small, but they work perfect in these stuffed peppers. Those are going in. This is my crab meat. I'm gonna use that, put that in there at the very end. So take that, you're gonna work it on in there. I only got one hand because I got one on the camera. And I'll let y'all see what it look like in a minute. All right, y'all, y'all see how my shrimp cooking in there? Man, you can eat this right. You can eat this once it cooked just with some rice, if you ask me, right? I mean, you know, a pepper's cool, but really you can just put this in some rice and get down a bit. That's my coffee maker, y'all here in the back. So I'm gonna just continue to let it cook on down. Don't worry about overcooking the shrimp. Again, these wood, they gonna overcook anyway. You are putting them in a stuffed pepper. You're gonna put them in the oven. So we ain't worried about that. You know, don't worry about all that. All you shrimp purists, we ain't worried about that, okay? So we're gonna continue to let that cook down. We're gonna start adding our stock. We're gonna start adding our breadcrumbs. And like I say, I'm going in last minute with my crab. All right, change the plans. I'm gonna go ahead and go home with some of my crab meat. I cut my heat down real low. And again, this is the lump crab meat. You know, you can buy it from a few different places. I got this one from Sam's Club. Now, I'm not trying to use all of it. I'm gonna probably put in like that's a lot. Maybe like, it's a pound of crab meat that I had total, so that's probably like a half a pound. And I'm gonna work that in there. All right, this time I'm gonna go ahead and strain off my chicken and shrimp stock. And now we're gonna start going fast. Now I got my breadcrumbs. You can use Italian, you can use plain, you can use whatever you want. This is probably like, I don't know. You know, we don't measure, man. When I came up cooking, man, my mama they ain't do all that measuring. So I'm gonna say, what is that, cup? I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and get that worked in there. We're gonna start working that on up in there. This is what's gonna help our stuffing, y'all. It's gonna help absorb all of that moisture, which is why I made the chicken stock. If I need more chicken stock and more shrimp stock, then I'm gonna add it. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some more breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add the rest that I had. Now, I'm gonna start going in with some of my chicken and shrimp stock. And then I'm gonna work that in. And I'm gonna show y'all what it look like. I only got one hand right now, but I'll show y'all what it look like. I'm about to start mixing it in there like this. Stay tuned. Okay, that's what I'm looking like. See, the breadcrumbs are absorbing all of the moisture. That's what you want. And I'm gonna start adding a little more shrimp and chicken stock to this. And then at the very end, totally optional, with my heat off, I'm gonna add 1 scrambled egg. Totally optional. This egg, since I'm using turkey meat, this egg is gonna help keep everything together inside that pepper. You know, just hold it together. Totally optional. All right, now, dressing and moisture. That's how much stock I have left. Let me tell you something. You treat this just like you would a dressing that you make for Thanksgiving, cornbread dressing or whatever. You do not want it to be dry. It's gotta have some moisture in there. And the reason being is you gotta remember, you're gonna stick this in a pepper, you're gonna put it in the oven and cook it, and the heat is gonna naturally draw out the moisture. So you don't wanna be left with gritty, grainy, dry dressing. So I know I didn't tell y'all exact measurements of liquid, but just use your imagination and just use as much as you need to get it nice and moist like that. And now I need to taste it because I haven't put the egg. I didn't put the egg in yet, but I want to make sure I got enough seasoning in it first. Okay. I got good flavor, but I need some salt and some pepper, and that's what I'm gonna do. Always taste your food. Go on with a little salt and pepper. Mix that in there. Keep tasting it. Once you get it right, throw your egg in there. Okay, so we're gonna work that in here. Again, I'm working with one hand, y'all. Let me give it another taste with a different spoon. Let's see. All right, salt and pepper is right. Now, I'm gonna take my egg in there. My heat is off. And I'm gonna work it in there like that. Take it off the heat, because you ain't trying to scramble it, of course. What the egg is gonna do is just hold everything together. All right, y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, so what you're gonna go ahead and do is preheat your oven to 350. I'm gonna go ahead and go with 3 peppers, which is gonna give us 6 stuffed peppers. So, real simple. You're cutting halfway. You're not cutting the top off, like you see a lot of people do. No, you're gonna cut them just like that. Now you can take your knife, or you can get in here with a spoon and just take out all the innards like that. All the seeds and all that. Take it out just like that. Clean out as best you can. Scrape it out. All the seeds out. Knife, paring knife. You got a paring knife, use a paring knife. And you can work this off as much as you can as well. Let's see. All right. All right, so that's what we're looking for. Nice, clean pocket to work in. Same deal with this one. Same deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these peppers cleaned up, and I'm gonna show y'all the next step. All right, so I'm only gonna go with 4 peppers, half peppers. So I don't know if you can see them. Got them in there like that. I'm gonna take my shrimp and chicken stock and put some, show you on the side, and put some in the pan. This is what's gonna help steam it. Now, of course, you could use water, but I mean, I got all this shrimp and chicken stock. Why not use it? And I'm only gonna go with a little bit because the pepper's gonna throw some moisture out there also. So, at this point, you wanna grab your stuffing. I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna use a spoon. All right, you wanna grab your stuffing, pick one of the peppers up, and you wanna just get up in there. All them little corners, you wanna get all up in there with them little, all up in them little corners. You don't want no open spots in these peppers. No open spots, get up in there. That's what the spoon will do, get up in them little corners. And you stack it as high as you want to. Again, the pepper may shrink a little bit from the heat, but that's how I like mine. Just like that, with a little shrimp on top. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get these packaged up. And next step is we're gonna drop these suckers, put some foil over them, and drop these suckers in the oven. Now, some people go back on top with breadcrumbs. You can go back on top with breadcrumbs. If you wanna brown them up a little bit, you can even go back on top with a little bit of butter. Butter help brown it up a little bit. I'm not doing none of that. I don't know, I may do a little piece of butter. I don't know. But that's it, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and start stacking these in there. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. There they go. I made sure I put a little shrimp on each one of them. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and dot each one of them with a little pad of butter on top. This of course is salted butter, so you don't want to put too much on there. But you done went through all this hard work of stuffing these peppers, man. You want to get the most flavor and the most colors possible. So I'm gonna put that on there. Take me some aluminum foil, and in the oven they go for 45 minutes on 350. It's been 45 minutes. Before I take them out, I want to make sure I check them and make sure that they're good. So let me take that foil pack off. And you want to check the peppers. You want to make sure they're nice and soft. They feel good to me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them in here uncovered for about another 5 more minutes. And then we're going to eat, y'all. All right. Put them in there 5 additional minutes. Man, my camera got cloudy. Yeah, they looking good. So let's go ahead and take them out. And I'm gonna let them rest. And I'm gonna let them rest for probably about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we'll eat. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, boy. All right, so totally optional. Totally optional. Forgot about this. I have, this is not Parmesan. I have shredded Romano Pecorino Romano. Right here. This right here. Nothing like Parmesan. Good and salty. It's got a little bit of salt to it, but it's good. Anyway. I like mine without it, but I got some folks that want a little bit on there. So I'm just going to throw a little bit on it while it's still hot. Matter of fact, I'm going to do 2 of them just in case. 2 with it. Pecorino Romano. 2 without. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take one out. I'll let them sit, actually. Come on, y'all. Don't mess up on me now. We at the finish line. Look at that, man. Ooh, boy. And do not throw that away. Save that. That's bell pepper juice, shrimp and chicken stock. You can use it for soup, anything, man. Do not throw that away. And if you didn't put enough moisture in your stuffing, spoon a little bit of that back over that. Yeah, boy. Let's put that right there. All right. So let's get into it. Look at that. Pepper nice and soft. You know, some people boil their peppers ahead of time. You know, to eat his own. But look at that. That's what you want, y'all. That's how you want it, man. Look at that. Crab meat, shrimp, turkey. That's what you want, y'all. So let's take a bite. All right, so I know y'all probably can't see me that great. My back camera, my front camera on my phone is horrible. But here we go. Delicious, y'all. So as always, y'all, catch y'all in the next video. Good food, good vibes. Yeah, boy! Right, so just a FYI, do it if you like. The rest of the crab meat, me, I'm a crab meat lover. The crab meat already cooked. I say you top it on top of that like that, man. Throw your little extra crab meat on there like that. Don't be afraid, and trust me, man, that crab meat, to me, the crab meat where it's at. So, you want a little extra crab meat? Stick it on top, baby. Yeah, boy. Well, it ended up being so good, I had to make some more. So, the Parmesan cheese, the Pecorino Romano cheese was a hit. So, that's what we topped these with, man. So, as always, good food, good vibes. Yeah, boy!